and welcome to the first episode of Low Energy Tastings, where I'll just be trying stuff I haven't had before, or maybe I have and I haven't tasted it. A lot of it's going to be alcohol, but I might find a weird food or soft drink. I could always buy something online. Anyone suggests anything to me I might want to try out? Now, I was going to originally do this with help from the beer club, who have a great selection. It's a bit on the pricey side, but it's craft beer, so you're always going to pay a little bit more than the standard, but you're definitely paying for on quality. But I like the fact that I haven't tried a lot of them, so it's kind of like some are hits, others are misses. But I had to go up to Tesco today to do my standard shop, as you can imagine. Look at me, I'm an Adonis. You can imagine all the health foods I had, and then I went to the beer section, and I looked and I found three things just to try for the sake of it. So, first things first is the one that I fear the most. Guinness Milk Stout. Now, I'm not much of a stout drinker. In fact, I'm really not much of a stout drinker. But the idea of adding milk to it seems not a good mix, but it looks like it would be a good mix. I mean, stout is really, really smooth, and milk is really, really smooth. Now, let me just sort this out. I think I'll be smart enough to bring the bottle opener over, but no. Enjoy my tush in the meantime. Right. Ooh, sweet. There was a smell, but it's gone now. Let's read the back. Our milk stout is full-bodied and creamy with aromas of roasted malt, milk chocolate, and coffee. Yeah, I can smell the coffee anyway. With subtle sweetness from milk sugar. Congealy. Right. Now, I know there's a chance that there might be a barman watching this at one point. I never claimed I could pour stout, especially not Guinness. I remember my trips to the Guinness brewery and the storehouse very, very differently than, I learned how to pour a pint. Anyway, I only need a sampling taste. That already doesn't look right. I don't know how well it's showing here, but it looks more like Coca-Cola or Pepsi. It's very bubbly. Like, we all know what Guinness is meant to look like. It's meant to look like a penguin. Pure white and black. Maybe it was my pouring that was the cause. Oh, you fool, you only brought 2 glasses. Alright, well, this head isn't getting any bigger, and it's clearly not what I'm doing. So, yeah, definitely coffee. Definitely coffee. Kind of reminds me of coffee cake, actually. Sláinte. Ooh, I don't like that. When they said chocolate, they really meant ironically, not milk chocolate. Oh, it feels like they took coffee beans and just jammed it in there. Like they're grinding the espresso in the back of my throat. I had a feeling I wasn't going to enjoy this one. But yeah, I'm really not enjoying this. Let's try it again. No. No, it's you can't really taste the milk, but you can taste the coffee without doubt, and it's overpowering the Guinness, which no matter what, it says Guinness on the label. You know, people want to drink Guinness. It's a pretty damn popular drink. I'd give this a pass for myself. This on the ground as a stout. Burp. But if what I've just described to you, strong coffee, a little bit of sweetness, then maybe give it a go. It's easy enough to find here anyway. Right. Time for editing. Just wrapping up my palate cleanser here. You go over here. Love that bottle. Got it in super value of all things, giant. Look at it. It's the most interesting thing I'm going to be drinking today. It's a big glacier. Right. This one is an IPA. And I absolutely love IPAs. Right now they're my favourite. It used to be Bock, now it's IPA. It's from McGargles, who is, of course, as you can guess, an Irish company. Kildare crafted, and something's wrong with the label. It's a little bit of water damage. But there's a very good reason why I got this. Ned's Retro IPA. Nothing says love like a very suspicious pirate. Oh, by the way, the milk stout is where is it? It's 5%. So it's alright. This is 6.5, so it's a little bit more of a kick to it. Ned's Retro IPA. Oh, and by the way, McGargles, it's alright. I've had it before. I've had different ones to make. I think I've had it on tap a couple of times, but mostly you find it in bottles. There's a booming Irish craft industry, as there is most other places in the world. The Rye River Brewing Company. Right, so Ned's Retro IPA. Malt Ford Retro IPA. Ooh, retro. I see neither bell bottoms or plaid on this person, so must be a different type of retro. According to his uniforms, like the 1700s maybe. Okay, so selling points. Pine and citrus. That's actually what got me. Pine. I've never had a drink that... Like, I've had air fresheners point out that, ooh, get the percent of pine. And citrus, yeah. The lemon zest can be nice. Smooth caramel. Any sort of chocolatey and alcohol with me. Bready and round. Well, bready is not really a good sign, but round, that can be okay. And resinous bitterness. Any other context for besides a beer, you wouldn't want resinous bitterness. Best served chilled. Well, that's why I had it in the fridge. Eh? Come on. Mother. Eh. Here we go again. Ha! Alright. Ooh. I can smell the pine. I want to put this... I don't think putting this on my... like my car... I don't think that would bode well. Though, it would give me a free drink whenever I felt like it. Driving and drinking. The right choice. Yeah, I definitely smell the pine. Citrus, a little bit. More orange than lemon. Alright. Looks like fizzy pea. That's always a good sign. Don't know why, but it kind of reminds me of cider. Not by smell or anything like that. I can't stand cider. So of course I've got to try it if I keep on doing this. Skål. Ooh, and like all IPAs, it hit you right at the front. Second it touches your tongue, it just wash of flavor. All right, all right. This isn't too bad. There's a lot going on there. Particularly the caramel and the bready is coming in. Obviously the bitterness because it's an IPA. So. Yeah, that's all right. This is. It's definitely a drink that will make you pay attention to it. You'll need to have a good few of these before you're drunk enough not to be paying attention to the flavor. Your mouth is just blasting with the caramel. Actually, I'll take back what I said. The caramel actually is nice. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Um, I think I would. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Especially the more you drink it, you can. I'll tell you what it tastes like. It tastes a bit like you can pick up you know those cheap caramel cakes that you'd sometimes get like in a coffee house, like not like a chain coffee house, but a small coffee house. You get one that was like the majority of it would be like toffee or caramel, like this much, and then you've got like a sort of an oat cake underneath, and you'd get it for like £3 with a cup of coffee or a pot of tea. That's the sort of caramel flavor I'm getting. Everything else is it's rounded. It's legit. It's actually what it says here. It's all pretty legit. So yeah, I like this one. Right, I saved time. Also, apparently, only got 7.5 minutes left. More than enough. I already opened it. I haven't had a taste, but it wants me to. This is solely for the label because we're all doing that out here. We're all finding our wives one way or another. Sheep Stealer from Black Donkey, which anyone with a long memory might remember. I pointed out one or two of their bottles up there in my bottle collection. I've got some of their limited brew bottles. I think it's called Badass. I can see the bottle here, but it's a very dark label. It is a ale, which always gives me a plus. I hate this modern thing for mead. I'm not a big mead drinker. It looks nice, you taste it, and it's all sugar. You're just there like, whoa, ugh. It's so sweet. No. Alright, it's got a story to it, so. In a time long ago where legends were merely stories, okay? The wild western tribesmen from around these parts in particular, set out to liberate some of the fine women folk from a neighboring tribe. Oh God, I was serious. Okay. Hearing of the approaching raiders, the crafty women disguised themselves in sheepskin and hid among their sheep. I hope this beer is interesting as the story. A canny crew, the raiders got wise to the ruse and plucked the fine women right from the midst of their woolly flocks. To this day, the descendants of the same raiders are still known as the sheep stealers. And a legend is born, and they say the stereotypes aren't real. There you go. This beer commemorates bestiality and rape. Also ethnic cleansing if you want to get technical. The beer, multi-award winning Irish. Oh, Saison. I do like Saisons. Or Sacions, however you pronounce it. Dry, crisp, multi-refreshing, unfiltered, all-natural, bottled conditioned beer. Pairs with great roast meats and vegetables. Ripe cheese, good company, and great views. Well, I got great views down. I can't show you. Well, I could show you at the end of it if you want. But you've seen what my balcony looks like. And it's very foggy today, so Quick start guide. Store upright, pour gently in the glass, do not disturb the yeast. Oh, well, okay. Oh, who am I kidding? You do not stand up to the yeast that came before you. You are underwhelming yeast. I'm a dick. Right, I ain't got much time. By the way, this percentage of this is... God, where is it? 5.6. Ah, that's how many an alcohol should look. Like most American beers, but that's beside the point. No smell to it. Like very, very faint smell of something fruity, but... Oh, already I can tell this is the wrong weather for this. You ever been on a really hot day and you just want like a wheat beer, or... That is very smooth, by the way. Like something ice cold and frothy. That is an ideal beer. That is perfect for sitting out there in the summertime, or better yet, by the beach. Or maybe after a long day at the beach, and the kids have been taken off to the kids club, and all the adults have gathered around. They can kind of relax, take a load off. It's not much in the way of flavour, I'm going to be honest with you, but it is very easily drinkable. I'm picking up something slight, and I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's not bad. It's really not bad. Thing is, where the last one, the McGargles, you'd be paying attention to your drink all night. This one, you'd forget yourself. You would just keep on drinking and drinking it, if you had the money anyway. And it would just be so easy. It is quite pleasant, because it's so damn forgettable. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Anyway, let's rank these bad boys up. I'm going to be drinking all of them, even this, because you try not to waste alcohol. This is the best, by far. It's the most active, the most interesting of them all. That's the sort of drink you'd be able to have one or two and then leave it. Not because like you'd feel drunk, but because you felt like you've had enough. This is something you could drink all night. This, if you're into your stouts, you want to try something different, go for it. As for me, not my thing. But anyway, I'm running out of memory. So, I'll be doing something like this next month. But I'm going to have a much more varied selection, because I'm getting it from Beer Club this time around. But I'm going to be doing one of these tasting videos a month. Minimum. That does not mean that I might not do other ones at other times. If an opportunity jumps up, for example, to try a really weird food, I will try that. But anyway, if you like what you saw, like, don't like, dislike, subscribe, hit that notification bell, please comment, feedback is nice, and I hope you have a lovely day. I'm going to get drunk, see you next time, probably in a few hours when I do Subnautica, or maybe even Elite Dangerous. So, have a lovely day. Bye.